Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of Cut It Out, where I chat with indie creatives of all kinds. Today we have Tuv, who's a YouTuber, content creator, streamer, director, and musician. Super excited to have you on here. How you doing?
Hey, I'm feeling great. I'm excited as well. Shout out to everyone that clicked this video. I appreciate you guys for wanting to know more about me and Two Gay Cats. So I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. Two Gay Cats is like your first series that you've made, animation.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I do have an opener question for you.
All right.
Tuv, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Yeah, I would have to say the 100 little horses, because I could just kick them around, bro. Like I could really punt them. I mean, and if we're close to a lake, they're drowning. I could kick them all into the lake, or I could go to the lake for safety. Like, yeah, so I'm good.
So you're gonna drown 100 individual duck-sized horses?
Well, they would drown themselves because they would try to jump in and then they would just like not be able to swim. Can horses swim? Does anyone know that? Let me look this up. Wait, can horses swim?
I think they can.
It says yes, horses can swim. They have a natural ability to stay afloat. Man, all right, then yeah, I will drown them. I will personally drown them then.
Okay, yeah, that's dark, but
it was your question, but yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Personally, I'm going for the horse-sized duck. You just grab its neck. I feel like that's an immediate win.
No. Fuck no, that thing will kill you.
Just run in a circle. I'm in Canada, we have geese. It's basically the same thing.
I mean, no, I see geese here as well. There's some parks here, and dude, they're scary kind of. I'm not gonna lie.
They're just born with hatred.
Yeah. Nah, they scare me. I'd rather do the horse pause. Like, I'd rather fucking murder the horses.
Yeah.
I guess. Fight. We'll say fight. We won't say murder.
Fight.
I'd rather fight the horses. I think I have a better chance of surviving. There we go.
So you're not killing them. You're just
we're not killing them.
You're just drowning them until what? How you?
Yeah. No. I'm jumping into the lake, and then they could do whatever they choose to do. You know,
okay.
That's how we'll say it. That's my final answer. I'm jumping into a lake.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
On to questions about like Two Gay Cats and yourself. You make morbid documentaries on YouTube as your primary. Were you nervous to create an animated series since your audience and typical content is just so different?
Yeah, there was some nervousness, and the nervousness came due to the concept, not due to it's an animation. Like, I didn't care that if it would flop. It actually, when I post, I'm noticing a pattern. Like, when I posted Two Gay Cats episode 1, it flopped horribly on my channel, and now it's like 500,000, which is like really good. Mm-hmm. So it like goes up like slowly but surely, and with Two Gay Cats episode 2, it's like already at 4 days at 130,000 views, which is like good for the animation. My videos do better than that, my regular ones, but that's okay. But you could see in the chart that it's like just going up, and that's what I like. But I was nervous for the concept of just it being even called Two Gay Cats, and for the pilot specifically, where we had to emphasize that, like, okay, these are gay characters, because I know we're in 2025, or it dropped in 2024, but homophobia still exists.
Yeah. And
I just didn't want to. I knew it was gonna happen, but like get hate, like it just is gonna happen. Obviously, there's more love than hate. It has so many fans now, but it was definitely something that I was overthinking. I'm like, oh, was it corny, like making them say that they're gay in the first episode? But like, dead ass, it's the pilot. We have to mention the name of the show.
Yeah.
So that's why I am such a way bigger fan of episode 2, because it's like, it's just easier to pause, take in. Like, it just it just is. It's funnier. They actually like different scenes. So yeah, the answer is I was nervous, but for the reason it was because of the subject matter, not necessarily because it's an animation. Like, I have fans either way.
Yeah, and animation is just so new to your content. Like, how was that process?
Yeah, the process took, oh my God, because I started writing it in 2020, May of 2023. Um, and so it took a long time to get, it took over a year to get that episode out. Uh, Thankfully, I ended up with a good animator. Like I had to, like I made a whole video on my second channel called like looking for a new home for my
Yes.
animation. Yeah, so luckily the way that happened was I added that little business email at the bottom of it, and or at the description, I should say, in the description. And turns out that the way I met this current animator, shout out Dean, his girlfriend is a viewer of mine, so she saw it, sent it his way, and he
Yeah.
became an animator.
That's
So I don't even
awesome.
know. He probably like knew who I was, but he didn't watch me. So it's like he really got to be thanking his girlfriend
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. She'll always have that over him.
Yes. The
Yeah.
emails, I can imagine you got like some crazy emails from fans not even applying for the show.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, people try to be funny and like spammed it. They put it into like a spam like email
Oh,
thing. So
yeah.
it's all spam now. I don't even check that. Well, why do I don't need to anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, last time I checked, it's all spam. Like maybe someone got mad I didn't pick them and they just filled it up with spam. But
Insane.
yeah, no, I think the most annoying thing was I literally in my video said like, oh my God, you're letting me rant. Thank you. You're letting me
Yes.
get this vent out.
Let it out.
I was I was like, only professional animators hit me up. Like I'm gonna pay you like what you deserve, bro. The amount of kids that DM me or emailed me saying, "Tuv, I'm 12. This is my first time, but I think I'd be a good fit." And it's like, dude, no. I did you watch the video? And also, why would I put so much faith into like a 13-year-old
Yeah,
that's just starting animation?
You're
It
probably
was
just gonna
so
get leaked.
annoying.
Yeah. Flip a clip,
Oh,
animation.
yeah. Yeah, flip a clip. Yes, exactly. So, um, but in the end, I know I had like a top three, I think.
Mhm.
The one I wanted, like Dean doesn't even know this, but the one I wanted, like it was so good. I think I don't know their pronouns, but they had already drawn Sam and Paul, and I was like, this style is amazing. And
Yeah.
luckily, it ended up being similar to what Dean's is nowadays. But this is before I knew Dean, right? So I looked at this person's submission and then I was like, yo, like I'd love to interview you. And they're like, sorry, I'm working for another show and I signed an NDA. I'm like, oh
Oh,
no.
oh, that's painful.
It worked out though. And Dean is such a great guy, so easy to communicate with him.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. So it ended up working out. But yeah, I was like, damn. Like you gotta be
It'd be
quick with some
quick.
animators.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's such like it's not even a limited market. It's just like so many people work on individual films. Like some pilots have up to 20 animators per
I know.
episode.
That's what, dude. That's why Dean deserves so much respect. That's why I mention his name every time I can
Yeah.
because, like, he did every storyboard plus animation him. So he's the goat. No helper, by the way, just him.
That's
So
insane,
wow.
yeah. So
I
you
know. I
never
know.
you never thought about like adding in your own art to the show. You do have like music references, but do you
Yeah.
ever want to add like your own touch as like a poster in the back or even trying
That's a good
animation?
one. But honestly, no, no. I haven't thought about it. Maybe you just planted a seed in my brain to do it in a
Yeah.
future episode. But as of late, nah.
That's sick. Do you do art on your own?
Um, I was actually just talking to someone about this. I've always been really envious of artists because I could never draw like that. I think let me see if I have a sketchbook.
Yeah,
I
awesome.
can't find it. I can't fucking find it. I do have art to show you. I mean, look, I'll send it in the chat and then you can put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Um, cause yeah, like I was saying, I'm so envious of artists because that's just not my talent. Like I know
Mhm.
my lanes, and I do draw for fun rarely, and that's what I was gonna show you with the sketchbook.
Yeah.
But that's like rare, so that's why it means a lot to me. I don't know where that shit is honestly. Like I used to have it. I used to have it like all here, but I have a new setup now. So this
Yeah.
is like
Lots of
I don't even think
Gengar.
my. Oh yeah, thank you. This my YouTube audience hasn't even seen this yet. It's only like my stream because it's live.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I cleaned up, man, I think I put a lot of stuff in my garage. But anyway, Here's some of my art, and I guess this could segue to like character designs because I designed them
Yes.
on paper. Here they are.
Oh yeah, you can see like the same eyes as when you did the casting call.
Yep.
Where's
Yep.
dropped out. Yep. No pants
Yeah.
shoes. That changed, didn't it? They have
Oh
pants.
yeah. Yeah, so like that was the beta version, like super beta.
Yeah.
And then the sneak peek animator, like the OG animator that was gonna do it but couldn't because of college, uh she helped out. She helped out with it, and then it ended up becoming what we know now. And then Dean changed it a little bit as well. But for the most part, I mean, we see right here, it is from my brain. So
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
Was there any like inspirations for their designs? Like, how'd you come up with two gay cats and like they're
Yeah, so yeah, actually, how the fuck has no one asked me that? I don't know how no one has asked me that. You're just like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, like why did I even come up with two gay cats? It was 2023. I wanted to. Okay. So I've always, since I was a kid, wanted to make a cartoon. I was like, I'm gonna make a cartoon. So then I blew up, started making a great amount of money. I'm like, okay, I could invest this into a cartoon. Why not? And so, while thinking about it, I don't know why I thought of two gay cats. I think it was just, I think even back then, I had this idea of, uh, because I don't want to sound offensive when I say this, but I'm gonna try to say it as clean as I can.
Okay.
But I wanted to make a show where the characters were not flamboyant or stereotypically gay when they were referred to as gay, when they're gay characters.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. So I was like, I think I could do it. And it's inspired like the story of dating in high school and meeting up again in college. That's inspired by my real life. Like
Yeah.
that's why I did it, because I was like, I know how they feel. I know how they feel. I know what they would say. So it would be perfect to write a story about that. The only difference is that it's two gay cats. And well, I mean, there's a lot of differences. Like I changed their personalities a lot.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to just copy and paste my life onto it, which a lot of people say like this is just a tough self insert. Which, bro, it's not. It's inspired by me. Why? Because like I was that 19-year-old, and I know what making music is like, and feeling like you're not gonna blow up. And honestly, not to be like that, but so many kids want to blow up these days. So I think making a character that wants to blow up is so relatable.
Yeah, and you also implied that like Sam was kind of loosely inspired by people in high school that were like using substances, a bit peer pressure-y. So it's not a self-insert.
It's not, no.
Is it like, is Paul and Sam both inspired by multiple people in your life, or just completely
Yeah,
with some inspiration?
They are mixes. All of them, both of them are mixes of people I've met around my life that I just ended up using for their personalities. But I do like that they ended up being the classic trope of like doesn't care and really care. Like Paul really cares, so anxious. I've always loved that juxtaposition in shows when the two main characters are kind of different but they work well together.
Yes.
I've always loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was your first time voice acting, correct? For Sam?
For Sam, yeah, but I have voice acted once before, and it was in a video game named Ignited Entry. I'm the main villain in that.
Really?
Yeah. So, fucking the most popularity it got is Queso played it and Berlizzi played it. But yeah, so it's really cool. That was really cool. That was my first voice acting thing that came out, because the sneak peek, for example, came out before that, but it wasn't like the show. So the first official thing that came out publicly was Ignited Entry, I believe. Oh wait, let me check.
Okay.
Because I know Pilot came out last. They both came out last year. Let's see. It's also difficult because, like, for example, the creator of the game, he had me record lines like 6 months before. But you know what? Just to answer the question, it was around the same time. But yes, it's one of my first voice acting gigs I gave myself. Yes.
And how was
Yeah.
that for you? Like, have you ever wanted to get into voice acting as well?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a voice actor. I've always wanted to voice act in a cartoon, and I was I was like, why not do it myself? I mean, originally, if you look at the original tweet of Two Gay Cats, like I the first of all, that tweet, there's a tweet that I tweeted, and it just says in 2023, Happy Pride Month. I'm gonna start a new show named Two Gay Cats,
Mm-hmm.
and people still like that tweet to this day. I think it's because when you look up Two Gay Cats on Google, that tweet pops up.
It
So now
does. Yeah.
I know why. But yeah, so originally in that tweet it says I'm going to voice act as both. And the reason I wanted to voice act as both is because like if we're talking indie animation, this was going to be like the indiest of indie.
Yeah.
This is going to be like literally it still is me in my room, but it was going to be like a side project. Now it's a main project, but it was just going to be for fun. I was not planning on making plushies or anything back then. It was just gonna be a side project, maybe with one episode, and then I never like do anything with it again. But as I kept, scouting for animators and another voice actor, I started falling in love with the process, and I was like, I think this deserves to be a full show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like voice acting though. I like it. A lot of people be commenting like, and I think, okay, so there's this term in music named demoitis. Do you know what that means?
I do not know.
So demoitis is when an artist records a demo of a song and then like the producer goes or the engineer tweaks some things, like changes their vocals a little bit, and then the artist is like, I don't like this version. I like the other version. That's demoitis because they've been hearing the demo for so long. So
Yes.
I think there's a somewhat of a version for that because people are like, it sounds like Tuv is reading from one of his videos, but it's like, you've been hearing me for years. I think it's gonna be
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking right now. If someone were to Photoshop this and put Sam over it, it's me talking.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. But yeah, I do want to improve my voice acting too. But I wish people could not
Separate.
confuse. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they confuse it, man. I don't think, I genuinely do not think I'm a bad voice actor.
No, not
It's
at
just
all.
people. Thank you. I just think people like are just so used to hearing me talk about disturbing topics, and they just comment that, and then that comment gets like a lot of likes, and it just creates this like. Then people scroll down, and that's the first thing they see, like, huh, maybe Tubb is a bad voice actor. It's like, no, bro, I'm pretty sure you're just used to hearing me for years. It's like if you hear Markiplier as a cat, you're probably gonna think the same thing.
Yes. Yeah. And people have this idea of like voice acting has to be so overly expressive, anime thing when it's no, your
Yeah,
show is more realistic. Same with the
yeah,
acting from you and Paul. Um,
yeah.
so it's very exciting. I'm excited to see like hopefully you in more stuff soon.
Yeah. There's got to be a Sam screaming scene. Pause. But yeah, there's got to be like, I want to do something for sure for episode 3 or something where I actually get out of my comfort zone and do sound effects, or like I fall down and I have to record that. The good thing about it, which I think it's how it is for a lot of voice actors nowadays, like we get to do it in our room. We don't
Yeah.
have to go to a studio unless you're like, a big voice actor. But that's the good thing. Like I could just be in my room constantly screaming.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or a closet. You know, lots of people have like
Yeah.
soundproof their closet, and it's gone into
Yeah.
things pretty huge. Um, did you watch any like indie shows or pilots or animations before creating Two Gay Cats?
Uh, Not really. I do have this core memory of one. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, but it's this old animation on YouTube, and it's like this like tall white guy, but he has this like ghost friend. Do you know what I'm talking
Are you
about?
talking about Welcome to Hell?
Maybe let me see. Welcome to Hell. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You
Okay,
got it.
I love that animation. Yeah, they just made
So
a second episode.
that's hard. I'm gonna tap in, but like,
Mm,
so 10 years ago, right? I remember watching it when I was a kid. I'm 23 by now. Oh, for
mhm.
now, for context,
For
everyone.
now, yeah.
Um, yeah, dude. Yeah, me too. I mean, I just turned 23, to be fair, but so that watching that planted a seed in my head for fucking a decade later, 9 years
Yeah.
later, actually, to do something along those lines. I always liked, for example, when I watched it as a kid, I couldn't tell if the other character, like, I couldn't tell their gender. I still don't know, honestly.
I don't even know either.
So I really liked that. I felt like it was like this like subconscious push for LGBT. Like, this character could be non-binary, this character could be whatever, but like that's not the point. The point is it's a good show.
Yeah.
And that was I need to rewatch this shit. But yeah, so in terms of watching shows nowadays, I do not. The reason I don't is because I don't want to get so inspired by them. I subconsciously copy them. Yes. I don't want to do that. I want everything to be from my brain. But the success of some shows did inspire me. Like, for example, Hell of a Boss.
Yeah.
And there's another one in that genre. What is it?
Has-Been Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the fact I don't even know the name. I don't even know their names, but that's why I don't want to get too influenced by them. And the thing is also, it's not like, oh wait, how are you gonna make a good show if you don't? Guess who watches them? Dean. So he studies them. I'm assuming he does because he talks about them or has spoken to me about them.
Yeah.
So he knows he's tapped in that area, and then he just brings my ideas from my brain to the animation world, and he knows how to do that.
Do you have any, like, would you want to bring in, like, let's say the creator of Welcome to Hell, it's like a cameo someday. Do you have any, like, dream cameos you want to bring in to 2K Cats? You said Moist Critical, I think, in a stream.
Critical would be super cool. But in terms of, like, actual voice actors, there was one that she got in contact with me, and okay, look, exclusive info. I haven't even said this on stream.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I got an email, and back when I had just announced, like back in 2023, it was an email, or I made the announcement at the end of a Morbid video.
Yeah.
So everyone who saw that, like, is really tapped in, and I got an email, and it was like, "Hey, I'm a professional voice actor. I've been voice acting for 30 years or something." I'm like, "Who is this?"
Damn. Yeah.
Bro, it turns out I forgot her name. I'm annoying for this, but it's the here. Watch. Okay, you remember Wander Over Yonder, right?
Yes.
It was April Winchell, the voice of Sylvia.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me see, Sylvia. Yeah, that's yeah. I remember. And she wanted a voice act for 2K Cats, and I was like, who else did she voice? Did she voice Caribou Cow? Or am I tripping? Maybe she didn't. Let me see characters. Yeah, she also voiced Clarabelle Cow from Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, she, like, I'm looking at her resume right now.
So first of all, I was just honored that she knows who I am. That she made it to the end of the video. Because she said it in the email. She's like, "I like watching your videos." She said something like that. And then the fact that she emailed me. So I emailed her back, and I was like, "I need you to play Paul. Like, I need you to play Paul." And then she was like, "No, we need to let a gay man play it. Like, we need to let, like, someone of that gender actually play." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, you're right.
Yeah.
But I'll keep you in mind." I was like, fuck. Because, like, yeah, it's just two guys, or two gay cats, you know? So I was like, oh, that would have been so cool. But yeah, I definitely got to, you know, she emailed me. She's already tapped in.
Yeah.
I got to do something with her. But yeah, so that is awesome. A dream one.
Yeah,
that is possible. I know, right?
So yeah, you were talking about, like, Has-Been and Helva a little bit. And it makes me wonder if, like, a studio like Amazon Prime were to reach out and be like, "Hey, we want to make 2K Cats and stream it on our platform."
Yeah.
How would you feel about that? Do you want to keep it indie? Do you want to get it to a wider audience outside of your own?
Yeah, so I think I spoke about this on stream. But if, like, for example, if we're 5 episodes in, which that, by the way, that's what we're planning on for one season, 5 episodes.
Nice.
So yeah. So if we finish season 1, right, and then we get an offer from Hulu, Amazon Prime, anything like that, the offer would have to be good, like really good, because, well, number one, this is my baby, you know, like, you gotta take care of it. But also, the money gotta be fucking good. Yeah. The money has to be fucking good. And 3, I would have to stay on board, at least. If I'm not a writer, I would love to still be a writer, but at least as Sam's voice actor. There's no way they could replace me.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. No one. I feel like no one would watch at that point, but I could be wrong. But anyway, the answer is yeah. I take a deal, bro. Imagine $2 million for 2 gay cats.
Yes.
I'm fucking taking it. What the fuck? I'm changing my family's life with that. And at the end of the day, like, I'll just make another one. Like, I'll just make another show. But yeah, I don't want people to like hear that answer and be like, well, that would be like a sellout, bro. No, $2 million on the table. I'm taking that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you'd make another show. That ties into another question that I wanted to ask, which is, do you have any future? Like, do you want to make any more down the line? Do you think you will?
Yeah, I do. Do I think I will? Not in the near future, because it would be crazy to balance 2 shows out.
Oh yeah.
I think what we would do is just focus on 2 gay cats until the foreseeable future. Like, I don't want to say until it ends, because I mean, obviously every show is gonna have an end. But I'll focus on 2 gay cats, and then once that the word end is difficult because, like, for example, it could be like once it gets bought out, or once it does end. Like, if we're like, okay, 1 season in, we didn't make, like, we barely broke even, it's probably not worth it to continue. Then I probably would focus on something else. But animation is so, like, precious that I don't think I could, like, switch babies right now. I just can't. So 2 gay cats is my main thing, or animation wise, like, it's a main project. I can't even say side. It's my baby though. So I do have an idea for another animation, but I can't say it because someone's gonna steal it. But yeah, it's really cool though. But that's my focus right now. Just 2 gay cats, trying to see where season 1 takes us, and what we can do with these episodes.
So you don't have like a set number of seasons or episodes planned where it's like, we're gonna go tell this.
Yeah, nah, we just keep going until, like, either it falls off, or like we just don't want to do it anymore, or we don't make money back. Like, yeah, because I think it would be crazy to be like, okay, we're gonna have 3 seasons. Like, I'm not trying to. No, we're trying to have fun. Like, just keep going. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for, like, dude, with episode 2. Yeah. The fan base literally, like, quadrupled, and it's been 4 days. Like,
it was such a good second episode too. Like,
oh, thank you.
I think it's because you get more into the characters with that too.
Yeah. It blew up on TikTok. Like, it has like 440,000 on my account. Thank God it's my account. Like,
some
for
like
Pilot
upload channel.
Literally, dude, that's what happened with Pilot. Like, for both the sneak peek and the actual pilot, I think it got re-uploaded. And I'm okay with that. Like, no matter what, it's spreading the news. But, like, I prefer it on my account, you know? Yeah.
And with credit, because some of them just refuse.
Oh yeah, they just post the clip, don't even put a caption, and just people start commenting, where can I find this? And then they don't never respond, and they never find out what it is, and they continue with their life. And
lost media.
When it could turn to a plushie sale. So yeah, I like the way it's going right now a lot.
Do you pre-write the episodes, or do you come with it like, all right, episode 3 time, let me start writing right now?
Yeah, so funny enough, both episode 1 and 2 were written before the pilot, like before anything came out. I was just like freestyling, because if you think about it, pilot is barely a fucking episode. So episode 2 was my, like, episode 1 where, like, okay, writing time, like I'm gonna change scenes and all that. So I wrote those before, and now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't even started episode 3 script. I'm starting that tonight.
Okay,
but
nice.
But we work so fast. Like, right when by the way, like, even like some people might be scared, being like, oh, he hasn't even started episode 3 script. Guess who's been sketching art for, like, my concept? Dean. He's on it. He knows, like, we already know. I'm not gonna say anything about episode 3. Sorry if you wanted to know about episode 3.
Don't
but
make anything.
The only thing I'll say is that there are more characters. So yeah. So he's already designed them. So it's so cool. It's just so cool.
April is April gonna pop in?
Oh, I wish, bro. I mean, I wish it might. I don't know, but but I definitely would want to reach out. I gotta find her email, bro. Like that was like 2 years ago.
You gotta go through all the spam emails again.
I'm sure I could just look up the keyword April and she'll pop up. But yeah, no, I don't think she'll be in episode 3. But if she is, then that would be awesome. But I do want her like at least in season 1. Yeah. You know, I'll try for you guys. I'm sure they'll remind me if they watch this interview. They'll probably be in my chat and be like, "So did you email her?"
Yeah.
Like, yes, bro, I emailed her.
And since this is your first series and like we're on episode 2 and writing, were there any like unexpected struggles behind the scenes with productions or anything you wish you did differently? It's still so early to say, but
I guess yeah. So me being when I started this, I was 21. So I was so new at this. I don't want to say too much, but all I'm gonna say is, if you are starting a show, which I know is like, I don't even know if anyone watching this is gonna be starting a show to this degree, but bro, dead ass contracts and NDAs because people were leaking shit, and I was so annoyed. So that's what I learned. That was like a big thing that, I mean, it pissed me off, like the leaking of stuff, and I just didn't like it. So now everyone that works with me is under an NDA and a contract just to make sure that everything's good. So I never thought I would be the type of person to do that, but it is business, and I got proven wrong when, like I said, something got leaked, and
absolutely, yeah,
it messed up like the rollout. But whatever. That's why I was grateful that episode 2 had no leaks at all. No one knew about like what the concept was.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it this way.
And do you have a Patreon for 2 Gay Cats? Do you plan to make one?
Yeah, I have a Patreon. I shouted it out right at the end of episode 2. I'm the only human in 2 Gay Cats so far. But it's not. I'm not actually in the show.
Yeah,
it was just an animated version of me. So I guess I'm not in 2 Gay Cats, but you could.
In the universe.
I'm the episode. I don't even know if I'm in the. Yeah, I'm in the universe because they say like, do you still watch that Tub guy? So yeah, I am in the universe. But yeah, I have a Patreon, and like the donations and shit like are so. First of all, they mean so much to me. Yeah. Second of all, like it's so mind-boggling that people actually donate that much. For example, in episode 2, there was a guest voice actor who paid $500 USD to do that.
Wow.
And I know, right? Like he or they are helping. That money is just going to episode 3.
Yeah.
And it's helping with animation and all that. So, yeah, I try to make sure they get good benefits. Like, who wouldn't want to be a part of a show? Like, and also, if you're really smart about it, if you're a little voice actor or like a small voice actor, you could instantly get a role in a big show if you just give me $500.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I think it's a good deal, honestly, because you can put that on your resume.
Want to get on, just gotta send $500, and they got it.
Yeah, give me your mom's credit card and 3 wacky digits on the back. Yeah.
Send that security number, and you're in.
You like my water bottle?
I do.
Bloxy Cola.
It's supposed to be in a can. It just feels.
I know. I don't drink soda like that though, but whatever.
Well, yeah. What was your like final push to make you start production? Because you started in like 2023 and 2021 even.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The final push. That's an easy answer. Was a animator that can communicate well. I'm not saying like the OG animator didn't, but like I said, the OG animator had college.
Yeah.
So with Dean, it's his full-time thing. And so that was like instantly. So we would hop on calls, we'd be like, okay, let's call on Tuesday. What did you get? You get like 15 new seconds of the animation, boom, 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 boom. That is like what started it rolling quick.
Yeah.
So that's the key, like a communicative animator. Full-time animator, basically. That's the answer.
Just getting that team set up. And you do the SFX editing and like script writing and music and all that.
Yeah.
How has that been? Do you usually do that for like your own videos, or do you have an editor you know?
So, yeah, I used to edit my own videos, but nowadays, like literally about a month ago, I got an editor for my channel. So because I've just been so busy with streaming and 2 Gay Cats stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the cool thing about me being on the internet, like starting on the internet so young, is I know how to use so many programs, and so that's why with these sound effects, like I think it's so fun. You know, I would say I'm creative, so
yeah, you were talking
it
about
is
like
so,
hitting your hands together for scenes or
yeah, like when I was watching that clip over, that stream over again,
Mhm.
the version on YouTube, I was like, I feel like if someone were to look into my life or like look into that stream specifically and know like that I do music, I have a clothing brand. Hey, these hats are
Yes.
probably for sale by the time this drops, so y'all make sure to go to earldoesn'texist.com. Like
Yes.
for like stuff like this, I designed this with the other team members for Earl or
Mhm.
Exist now. Um, so I feel like if people were to look into that and be like, "Oh, he has YouTube, clothing, voice acting, cartoon, podcasting, and streaming,"
Yeah.
I feel like they'd be like, "That's so overworked." But you know what the truth is? I did get overworked this week. So what did I do? I'm not streaming this week.
Yeah.
Like that's the cool thing. I'm like, it's just me. I don't have a manager like, "Yo, can I clock out?" Like, no, I did this. I started working since, damn, I was like, what, 13? That's when I started YouTube.
Yeah.
But obviously it didn't blow up until, dude, I gotta celebrate my first, it's about to be a decade of
Of
oh no, it already
YouTube.
happened. No, it already happened, never mind. It's 11 years ago. It's 2013. Yeah, it's about to be 12, matter of fact. That's July 11th.
Okay.
That'll be
Prepare
my
for that.
12 years. Jesus, 12. That's crazy. Dude, that's some viewers of my channel.
Yeah.
There's 12.
You're gonna get called Unk.
Dude, oh, have you not seen my chat? That's my nickname. I love it though. Like I'm okay with it because I know I'm like no matter what I'm cool. I'm cool, Unk.
Yeah, the
But
cool Unk.
so yeah, I feel like people would look into my life and be like, how are you doing all this? Look, guys. You people that are watching this right now, just know what is the key to doing all this. You gotta be doing stuff you like. You gotta have good people around you. If you don't have a support system, I'm sorry, like that sucks because dude, that helps me out so much. I go through something, I go visit my mom.
Yeah.
Or like I actually have like a psychiatrist I've been seeing for 2 years, or I could go talk to my friends. Like that's the key. Being alone in your room rotting isn't. It just doesn't help.
Yeah.
So it gives you like the way I see it is like when I go talk to uh family or friends or my psychiatrist, I see it as like the refresh button. And then after that conversation, I'm like, "Oh, I'm hyped now. Now I'm gonna finish this video."
Yeah.
Um but yeah, it's always like a support system. Like that's the key. Loving people around you. I'm not saying like you gotta love the people around you. I'm saying like loving people.
Yeah.
People that are loving around you. But yeah, I mean it makes sense to love them back. Um, but yeah, and then I also every time I talk about like the work ethic, I always make sure to say like mental health is first. So if you are trying to do so many things and then you're feeling like burnt out, like I just said,
Yeah.
what did I do? Well, mental health first. I'm not streaming. Sorry, guys, you're not getting a stream today or the next week. You know, like that's just how it is. You got to put yourself first because if you don't put your mental health first, everything you make is going to be shitty. So
True.
don't do that to yourself and don't do that to everyone else. So just make sure you're okay. That's really it.
Especially with like creative works, it's so easy to get burnt out because you're doing so much
Yeah.
all the time, and on your own hours it's definitely hard to stay like on task. Do you struggle with that at all? Do you have like alarms to set your schedule, or do you just lock in and get
Nah,
it done?
I literally just I wake up when I go to sleep like around 5 or 6 in the morning. I wake up at 4 p.m. and I start my day. I know, right? I mean, I don't like. Why does it matter? Like, I don't have a 9 to 5. Everything I
Yeah.
do is scheduled besides streams. So I literally do put an alarm like at 3 p.m. to wake up, and I stream at 4, and then I get off at 7. But yeah, like I remember I used to be so ashamed and be like, no, why is my sleep schedule so bad? But once I started thinking like, you know what, let me use this as my superpower. Let me just
Yeah.
actually just grind. And I've been grinding, and I will let the people watching this know as well. My grind spiked, and it's gonna sound funny, but it makes sense if you think about it.
Okay.
My grind spiked once I got out of a relationship because I don't have to go to like, oh babe, you want to go watch a movie? Like that is not happening here. I live alone here. I've just been focused on work, making bands, having fun.
Yeah.
Though to be fair, like the loneliness does kill sometimes, and that's only human. But that then I like I said, you go talk to friends, go talk to your family. if you can balance it out, you should be good.
Yeah, totally. And do you like you worried with like contracts and stuff like that, but do you ever show family and friends the scripts or like the progress and it's like, how do you feel about this? Do you like this so far, or is it like
So, yeah, I do. I remember before episode 1 pilot, before sneak peek even came out, like before that OG one, I had the whole thing written out. I might be able to show you, like, it's on Patreon as well, but I guess I'm gonna show it here if I have it. Let's see. That's like the first of the first.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I could show you if I can find that
even like
keyword.
separate who was talking.
No, fuck no. Oh my god. Okay, look. I found it. I found, like, this is the OG script. Episode 2 that just came out in 2025 was written on May 31st, 2023 at 4 in the morning.
Wow.
I know.
On your phone too, like.
Yeah, and like a lot of the script stayed the same. Like, it says the walls are melting. Oh my god, why is everything in slow motion? It feels like I'm in a laggy video game.
Yeah.
Earlier that day, I don't know, dude. These assignments just don't make sense. I'm majoring in marine biology, but a few lines changed. Like, he says, "Why the hell do I need to know analytic geometry?" Like, that's different. Oh yeah, it was like really different. Oh my god, no, I don't even want to say that, but it was like more vulgar. Remember how I told you, or in the stream I said like the show was gonna be a lot edgier?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is like the edgy version of the script. Yeah, it's Lost Media, guys. You can add that to the 2 Gay Cats Iceberg in a few years.
You gotta make your own iceberg on it.
No, fuck no, because then they're gonna call me the iceberg guy or some shit again, which I got rid of already. But to be fair, I might make some more, but not on 2 Gay Cats. I would love to see someone else make it, by the way, but I think we need more content. So if anyone just got a light bulb over their head, get it off right now, because give me a whole season, and then you could do an iceberg.
Then you can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, like, you said your episode 2 was based on personal experiences with, like, weed, peer pressure.
Yeah.
Was that difficult to make, like, emotionally?
It surprisingly wasn't difficult. It was like the opposite. It was like, I'm so passionate about this. Like, I want to get this out. But yeah, I mean, I love that plot. That plot was so good because maybe it's because I'm not tapped into like the other animations or just TV shows in general, but I've always wanted to see a bad trip that wasn't like, oh, he did a hallucinogen and now he's like mushrooms and now he's freaking out.
Yeah.
But like weed, and something that so many people smoke, but I guess so few people like me get paranoid about and don't like it.
Greening out.
So I wanted to, that term, greening out. I wanted to platform that. I really wanted to platform it, and who knows, like maybe some people watching this, when their friend is freaking out, they know how to comfort their friend because Sam was there.
Yeah.
Sam was there. It's like, I'll be here as long as you need me. So it's stuff like that I want to keep going with every episode. Life lessons. Mini life lessons in every episode. Yeah.
And it's nothing like, I haven't seen any indie animations or pilots even acknowledge like greening out. I'm in a laggy video game. Like it's real, and it's definitely very cool. And it was like, I can imagine it was difficult finding a balance between serious while holding like your calmer vibe of the show without going too edgy.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was a little bit difficult, but the way I always go about these 2 scripts that I wrote down, and now I have a mindset of how I'm gonna go into episode 3 is I need to get my point across. Maybe it's the YouTuber in me, but like I need to get my point across pretty quick. But I think episode 3 is also going to be something like that, where it starts off with the not necessarily how like it in episode 2 it was a clip from the middle of the show put at the beginning. Yeah. I'm not saying that's going to happen again, but I'm saying like I think the issue of the plot, if that's how you say it, will start like within at least the first 30 seconds, especially if we're doing 5 to 6 minute episodes. Like, we got to get into it quick. But yeah, I the balance of like seriousness and uh what was the question? Seriousness and what else?
Seriousness and like then keeping your calmer vibe of the show like grounded without it getting too edgy.
I feel like that's the same thing though, being serious and calm. Because yeah, like I think when it comes to the edgy part, um, I'm actually fucking glad I cut that out. Like the jokes would get dark, dog. Like I'm happy. Like I know I said one on stream. Did you watch that part?
Yes, yeah.
Like that joke, like it wouldn't fit. It
Mm.
just doesn't make sense. And I know it's like that's a. By the way, guys, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it feels like we're leaving you out of,
Yeah.
of the conversation. But look, so basically, when Paul says like I don't understand how people sniff catnip, right?
Mm.
What do I do? Get drunk and end up at the Hollywood Stars, and then it shows him getting drunk and ending up at the Hollywood Stars. The original joke was like, what do I do? Get drunk and drunk drive and hit a family of three, something
Yeah.
like that. And I know that's like a classic like internet joke that people say, like when someone's drunk, like hand them the keys. Like
Yeah.
I know that's a
Scenic
classic.
Drive, yeah.
I know it's a classic internet joke, but like I know time and place. Like I know setting and mood. So it just didn't make sense to
Mm.
do that. And that's when I had to revise the script. And that's what I'm saying. Like right now, glancing at the 2023 version of the script, it's very vulgar.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was going for. I don't know if I was going for like a South Park type of vibe. I don't know what it was, but I'm glad I ended up finding its identity. And yeah, like getting drunk and ending up at the Hollywood Stars, like that's so PG-13.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to keep it at.
And did you like consider it like a vent piece like your old script like even
Um, the pilot
or
or
episode
oh, no,
2?
episode two. Oh, like this one on my
Mm.
notes.
Yeah.
Um, let me see. I don't think so, but yeah, I don't. It wasn't really an event piece. Besides, like the only thing that it was really personal to me is the pep talk that
Mm.
they give each other. Um, at the end when, or it's like Paul saying it to Sam of like you'll be somebody
Yeah.
and you'll find your way through. I always, I kind of always wanted someone to tell me that, so like
Mm.
I put it in the show, and then vice versa as well with Sam telling Paul that. Let me see the exact line because I keep paraphrasing here. I have the episode.
You have a great future.
Oh yeah, with Sam saying you have a great future ahead of you. You don't need a
Yeah.
substance.
Mhm.
That's also another thing I wanted. Some like both of these characters are telling each other advice I wanted to hear when I was 19, and I think we executed it so fucking good
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's just a one character. Like if it's like, oh, Tub would have told himself this. Like no one even knows that.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm very proud of episode 2. By the way, everyone watching this, episode 2 is way better than episode 1. I want to make that clear. Everyone needs to agree with that. I don't want you to try to be different
Okay,
and say episode 1 is
yeah.
better. It is not. It's just not. So
Episode
yeah,
2 is
episode
just you get
2.
really more into the characters, the
Yeah,
world.
yeah. I know.
But you
I
gotta
know. I
watch the
know.
pilot too. You gotta watch it to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like it was really interesting dropping episode 2 and then the pilot episode spiking up again right now. Just
Yeah.
because people want to know or revisit.
Mm.
Yeah.
With like heavier subjects. You mentioned at the start that like homophobia and stuff like that, you were nervous about that
Yeah.
when making the show. Do you ever plan on
Yeah.
introducing heavier subjects like homophobia, sexuality, or other like LGBT topics?
Maybe, but for the most part, the answer is no. I think we're gonna lean more towards like what's that term called? Coming of age like
Mm.
topics. I know LGBT is a part of it, but I think them already being two gay cats like adds that atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I just like, for example, anything we talk about like greening out and stuff like that is also like anyone that is in or out of the LGBT. That's why I love episode 2 so much because you don't like no one could tell you it's called Two Gay Cats and you'd still be like, oh, this is cool, this is funny, this like showed me a life lesson. That's what I want to do. Like it's just basically life lessons. In terms of homophobia or harsher topics, I don't think so, because I think like I feel like you don't need a show to tell you that homophobia is bad.
Yeah.
I feel like now we could talk about literally coming of age topics.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like that, because a lot of people assume that, like, you have two gay characters, you have to now add story about it. When it's, no, you can just have gay people.
Exactly.
They exist without it being, like, negative in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I would hate for, like, them to keep emphasizing that they're gay. I mean, no, they don't have to. It pisses me off sometimes, like, the fans are, you know,
do they kiss? When are they gonna kiss? 3 lesbians.
I know. I'm glad some of them are most of them are understanding, but like I feel like they're feeding into that culture. Not that it's a negative culture, but like where they make the animation culture look so cringe, and because like why do they have to kiss? Just because they're gay?
Yeah.
Right? If you even like look into the lore, they're not even dating. But yeah, so nah, like I want this to be like BoJack Horseman. That's a perfect example. Like literally, like you learn a lot about BoJack, and when he goes to something, you're like, oh shit, like I've been through that. Like I was shitty to that person as well. I'm trying to do that, not like have an episode of them making out and being like, yeah, we're gay.
Cause like
what, bro? Like no.
Yeah, it's almost like sexualizing a bit, it feels like. And it's...
Yeah, and I'm trying my best to protect these characters. I really am. But I know we're on the internet. And like there's already R34. There's already Rule 34.
Why are you looking?
Well, I did it when I was on a podcast, or on my podcast, and I was like, guys, I looked up myself on R34, like me, Tuv, and they put that art under the Tuv category. So I'm like, I saw it. But yeah, so it's the internet, you know. Yeah. But yeah, no matter what, I still am trying my best to protect these guys. They really are my babies. But it's the internet, and I went into the show knowing that. So I think that's the best thing to do if you're gonna start a show, and just be prepared. Like there's gonna be one weirdo, that draws them fucking or some shit. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you have to go in knowing that. Yeah, that's it.
To steer away from that, are there any like criticisms you received or feedback that really stuck with you, or you think like changed production a bit?
Besides, okay, I think the main one we get, I think there's two main ones we get. It's this one, like I said in the stream, it's lower now, but it used to be a lot back then, because Sneak Peek and the pilot were getting compared because they were the same episode, and that hurt my soul. I'm like, oh man. And dude, they were like mean. Like they were like, we paid so much money. I paid so much money for Dean. Dean worked his ass off.
Yeah.
Imagine months, and then we upload it. First top comment is like, we want the old animator back.
It's
Jesus Christ. And then when me and Dean talked about it, like I know that fucked with him. Like I obviously know it did. But I told him, I'm like, dog, let's show off this episode. Episode 2 is gonna be the one where like we end every argument. And he was like, okay, let's go into it like that, with that mindset. And yeah, now it's like the minority opinion. Now like people are like, I love this.
It's great. And it's like,
it's so good.
People just say that it's not even nostalgia, because it's not that old. They're just saying it to say
exactly. Exactly. And like it is just saying it to say it, because let me guess, are they gonna go commission the OG animator? Are they gonna go support them? No. They're not. So it's literally I call it trying to be different. They're just trying to be different. But to be fair, not to dog on the old animation, it was good. It was actually really cute. But like the audacity to comment that like uploaded 10 seconds ago, and then you see that, like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like it's like they have nothing else to complain about, in a way where it's like
yeah. the second one, like I said, it's the demo-itis of my voice. But like again, I think that's just that one's gonna keep popping up, which I don't mind. Like that just means you watch my videos. Thank you for the watch time. Yeah. But like that doesn't mean like I'm gonna be like, I'm never gonna take voice acting lessons, bro. I want to. That's hard. Like I want to, and I want to give myself more things to do with my voice rather than just talking. Like I want there to be like one day I do like a scream or a punch sound effect, like me getting punched or losing my breath while running as Sam, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's in the works. So like the criticism, I take a lot of we both do. Me and Dean take a lot of the criticisms and really talk about like fix them, I should say, because like there was a lot of criticism in episode 1 besides we want the old animator back. Like besides that one, like there were real ones that were like, I feel like you guys did too many camera zoom ins. I feel like the characters were kind of still. I told them that. And now we have, Sam freaking out in the first 2 seconds. Like, I mean, Paul freaking out in the first 2 seconds. And like the criticism is amazing. We're not getting the old animator back. So that one is just annoying. But yeah, in terms of like, we really do like the criticisms.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's like a lot of people get very angry and defensive about criticisms. But if you can actually take in some of the genuine ones, it can make like a huge difference. And
it does. It helps a lot.
How did you find the voice actor for Paul?
That was a funny one. Yeah. Yeah, that was a funny one. So he's actually my dentist. Nah, I'm playing now. No, I'm playing.
How would you ask that? Like,
yeah, imagine. No. So I remember when I did the the video that was called like help me find a new home for my animation. I literally put don't email that email for voice acting because I already knew. I'm sure you know because you're in the voice acting scene. The amount of like 12-year-olds I think they could voice act because they got one mic is like annoying. So I already knew they were gonna spam my email with like I can voice act. I've never tried, but I can do it for you. It's like, no, bro, I'm looking for professionals. Who do you think I am? But anyway, I literally said don't email me for voice acting. Paul, Frankie, ended up ignoring that and still emailing me, and I was just like, bro, another one of these kids that broke the rules. Let me just check it out. And I liked his voice a lot, and he had his whole like resume, and based in LA, so like that's where he records here in LA in my house. Yeah, he records here in my house. He comes over and does his lines, and when we record, we have the OG version where I do like the OG Paul voice. I do that shit. And so all he does is reenact it, and he adds his own flavor to it. Sometimes he's like, nah, I'm gonna say it like this because it sounds better, or something vice versa. I'm like, nah, let's do it again. But yeah, so that's like another annoying one where I actually hate this one. I might hate it more than like go back to the OG animator.
Okay.
Fucking, I hate this one. People are like, go back to the original Paul voice, bruh. The one I fucking did in like 3 seconds to get stop it. Stop it. And that, dude, I've seen it like more than a handful of times. I've seen it. It spawns in every once in a while and has like 3 likes type shit. Yeah. Go back to the OG Paul voice. I miss Paul's voice. Bro.
I'm
telling you. Trying to be different.
Just rewatch the sneak peek and just don't
Yeah, I've said that. I think I said that on the stream there when they say like OG animator, like we want the OG animator. I'm like, okay, cool, just go watch it then. Like go watch it on repeat forever for the rest of your life, and don't watch the new ones then. Like, what do you want?
They want, and then if you go back, they're gonna be like, why did you go back? Bring it back again.
Bro. Nah, I got mad inspired. I guess I read your questions, and I know you're gonna like a good question you have on here is like, would I ever want to go to like conventions and meet other people?
Yeah.
I recently, I think in February, went to, I think it's called Collecticon. It was like Pokemon cards and voice actors on booths, and I saw Brandon Rogers there for which show is it again? I don't know.
Oh god, I think it's both now, Has Been and Hell of a.
Really? Oh, okay. I for me personally, I get those shows confused because they both start with the letter H.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
if one of them started with like the letter G, I'd be like, okay,
and
I know both
they're both
of them.
about hell. Like,
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I think up until a couple months ago, I thought it was the same thing. But anyway, I'm sure they have a crazy overlap in fans. I'm sure it's like the diagram is like so close together.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, dude, Brandon Rogers his booth had full of people, but it was competing with Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob.
Oh my god, what a crazy lineup.
I know, no, it was a really good one. So when someone said I didn't know Brandon Rogers was a voice actor. I'm not tapped into the animation scene like that. Someone was like, I overheard someone. They're like, yeah, Brandon Rogers is here. And in my head, I'm like, what, the YouTuber? Because that's all I know him as from back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is the YouTuber here? And then I see his booth and I see the hell of a boss or whatever character, because they have their characters on the posters behind them.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, so I see the character and I'm like, oh, he's a voice actor. That makes sense. Like, he's always had like a cool voice. And so while there, I was talking to my cousin and I was like, because I went with my cousin, and I was like, dude, we could do this with 2 Gay Cats. Like, imagine just a booth where me, Frankie, and Dean are there. We have the 2 Gay Cats sit behind us, and then we're just signing shit. Like, after a season or two, I feel like we could get a good audience, especially because I'm a YouTuber as well. Like,
totally.
Maybe some people would just want to just come see me, but Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I have this vision where like we could do a convention and in our booth is just 2 Gay Cats, and then oh my god, yeah, we'll just sign shit. Like, people would be like, can you record in Sam's voice saying like, I hate you to my boyfriend? Like, hey, I hate you. Like, dude, I have these ideas that I could pull off, but we need a season's worth, at least one season.
Yeah, and even it's like, if you want to subtly push that, the way the conventions bring people on is if people ask. So I'm sure your fans, if they see this, they're going to email and be like, we want Tov, we want Dean, and we want 2 Gay Cats at every convention.
Yeah.
It would be crazy. Like, it would be awesome to do merch as well, sell the plushies there.
Yeah, bro. Damn. Yeah, I'd be like, the only way you could get a picture. Huh?
Do you have more merch in mind?
Yeah, I do. So, episode 1 was Sam plushie. Episode 2 was Paul plushie. Episode 3 will be Sam's t-shirt to actually wear, not just for the plushie. Sam's t-shirt. And episode 4 will be Paul's crew neck, striped.
Love that.
Yeah. And if it's not a crew neck, it'll be like a button up, like something close to it. It depends on whether our manufacturer can make it. But yeah, it's really cool being tapped into like so many industries now. Like, for example, like the whole clothing stuff. I know manufacturers now that we work with. So then that's where we make our money back. Like, our ad revenue on episode 1 and episode 2 is fucking ass, dude. It's really bad.
Especially with their new like ad system. I thought they add it where it's like only loud parts of the video they'll add ads. I
haven't heard that, but there is the new one, a newer thing where like you can't spam your video with ads, which I used to do, honestly. It like uses AI to like, not, you know what I mean by AI. Like, it literally uses like Google AI to make sure you only put ads where it gets quiet, like where there's a break.
I think that's what I was talking about. Okay, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So I still spam my shit. Like, even though it tells me like this ad may not show up, I still like, bro, I'm trying to live a good life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to make me some money. Yeah. But with the 2 Gay Cats episodes, dude, I'm not even like, look here, let me see. Episode 1, which has 500,000 views, right? Let's see. I don't mind sharing this info because it's not accurate. Like, it would be crazy to tell you like each video that I ever uploaded made this. No. And just to let you know, 500,000 on like a 30-minute video is like really, really good money. But 500,000 on this, what was it, 3-minute video, $860, which does not cover what I paid at all.
No, because you said like over like,
yeah, well, that was
5K
episode 2.
Okay.
Episode 2 was more than $5,000. This one I forgot, but it was like maybe, let's say like 3.5K. So that like, no, we wouldn't have made it back. So thankfully I was smart and I made plushies.
Yeah.
And that's why they're a little bit expensive, because they go back to the show. $35 for a keychain plushie. And they're so cute too. Like we popped off with them.
You did.
Yeah, we popped off. So if we might be in an alternate timeline where if I didn't do the plushies, I don't know if I would have had the wanted to make episode 2 because that does not cover anything at all. And yeah, you could say like I could use my regular YouTube money for the episode, which yeah, I could, but it makes sense to make it back too.
Yeah. Did you ever think about like a Kickstarter? Because a lot of indie pilots are doing Kickstarters. Like,
nah, I didn't want to do that because I feel like I am one of the more privileged creators that, like, at least that's creating an indie show, because I am well off. So I would feel like I don't need that. Like, that's why Patreon's perfect. If they want to, they can. I know it's the same with Kickstarter. If they want to, they can. But like, I didn't need a Kickstart. Like, I'm well off. I could do it. So I just had to plan it out really smart with the plushie thing. I didn't think it was gonna make that low in ad revenue. I should have. It's 3 minutes. It's almost like a fucking YouTube short.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm so happy I did the plushies. That's why every episode will have some degree of merch. I just need to.
Yeah, you should do prints as well and posters. I think that would be super sick, especially for signing and cons.
Oh shit, that would be crazy. Like, actually, thank you for the idea. What if I just get a bunch of posters and sign them all here and then ship them out?
Yeah.
But I think I would have to do some type of thing. Oh no, you could roll up posters, right? Or is that dangerous to ship out? Oh no, you could ship it on the cylinder cardboards. Yeah.
And there's also like prints where it's like a flat picture, and then you can put in like a card, like a, I guess, Pokemon card kind of case where they have it.
Oh really? Yeah. I'll thank you for that idea. I'll be looking into that for sure. Yeah. So I'm excited about the future. Like, with 2Gay Cats, my excitement for it. When episode 1 dropped, like my excitement for the show just tanked. Like, because I was like, I want, like, yeah, I like that it came out in the first place. I love that it ended up coming out, but I was, even right when episode 1 was being made, because like I said, I had episode 2 written in 2023. I was like, this isn't our potential. It's just not. So my excitement began to build up once we began animating episode 2, and now like I'm peaking with excitement.
Yeah.
And this is like the type of thing where I would show a lot, like, not that I didn't show people episode 1, but this is the one where I would be like, yo, if you want to see my cartoon, watch this episode, and then you could watch episode 1 if you want, but watch episode 2 first. That's a good first impression.
Totally. And you gotta give yourself like credit too, because it was your first pilot, which is still huge, and it came out great.
Thank you, and thanks to Dean, thank you Frankie, but
yeah,
we killed it. I like episode 1. I don't want people to watch this and be like, oh, he hates episode 1. I don't hate it, but I am just aware that like no, think about it. Like, people watching this, you probably hated your first drawing, right? Your first art, your first piece of art that you have on DeviantArt, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with me. It's not that different.
Yeah. And that is all the main questions I have for you. I have 3 fan questions, and then
all right, let's go.
And then
That's
you're
awesome.
free.
Hey, I like this. I've never had a full on conversation about 2Gay Cats with another person in the, I would say, like, the animation industry. I know you're in the voice acting one, but I'll just say animation for this.
Yeah.
So this is refreshing, and I appreciate it. So let's keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So we got like, it's kind of tied into our older questions, but what is the main inspiration for you? And as a concept as grounded as 2Gay Cats, how much of it feels personal to you from Morgan VA?
Okay. Yeah, it does go back to earlier in the interview, but the main inspiration of the show is the life of a young adult. That's, or at least where I'm from. There are a lot of people that are trying to blow up. Like, I mean, I'm in LA.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people trying to blow up, and at the same time, there are a lot of people that just left our initial city to go to a quote unquote good college. And I saw a lot of it personally. People leaving for college, people leaving for the military, and me staying here in LA, which makes sense to blow up. So that's why I wouldn't have left. I feel like even if I blew up in, let's say, Maine, like something like a random state, would I end up moving to LA? I don't see why I would. I mean, I do everything in my room. It just so happens that I'm in LA, so I could collaborate with a lot of people, and go to parties and shit like that. But I feel like, to answer this person's question, main inspiration for the show, young adult lifestyle, at least how I went through it and saw people go through it around me. And with the concept is grounded, how a lot of it feels personal, but I tried to put sprinkles of my personal aspects into it. I don't want it to be just copy and paste of my life.
Yeah.
Like like even though the plot for episode 2 was inspired by me getting paranoid with weed, that's not how it happened. You know, that's not at all like what the fuck at a dorm.
Yeah.
Like no, my story was way different. I said it on stream, but you guys go check out that it's on my second channel named Tuvington if y'all really want to check it out. The video is called 2 Gay Cats Fans Are Interesting.
Yes, and I'll link that one too.
Yep.
That kind of like woke up a question in my brain.
Okay.
You did talk about like having an idea of a future series. Is that going to be completely different from this, or is it also going to be like same idea, realistic, grounded? Or are we going to go super cartoony? Like,
I also think that would stay in the. From what I envision, it's gonna be, or if it ever comes out, it's in my brain for now. But yeah, I also have the idea of like life lesson, like BoJack Horseman type shit. So that would be it. It wouldn't. I don't, because I know I'm a funny dude, but I don't want to make a full on like Smiling Friends. Like I don't think I could, like, shout out to that show by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think I could pull that off. I think I'm more of I think I know how to talk about life lessons a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite animated movie? I can imagine like BoJack for a series, but do you have a movie?
Animated movie.
From Jorge.
Yeah. My number one animated movie. Okay, I have a couple then. Okay. For the longest, it was SpongeBob SquarePants 2002, like the 2002 movie. And then it became Spirited Away.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's see, I'll give you top 3. What's another one? There's got to be, let's see, animated movie. Oh, I don't know if it counts. Yeah, I guess it does. I really fucking like, maybe this isn't my top, like my number 3, my top 3, but this is one that I need to rewatch again.
Okay.
But it was this is a crazy pull. Piece by Piece, the Pharrell Williams like movie, because I love music. I was so tapped into it, and I know that shit undersold heavy, but like, bro, I feel like more rap fans should have showed up. But anyway, yeah, dude, I love that fucking, what do you call document? It wasn't a documentary. I mean, it was a musical / animation. Whoa, didn't know that one. But yeah, I like that one too.
That's awesome.
And biographical documentary. There you go.
There you go. Do you think you would like pulled little things from those into your show at all, like subconsciously?
Maybe subconsciously, but that I could think of the top of my head. Nah, I think the closest thing would be like incorporating music.
Yeah.
Like with Sam, being like having an artist name as, like, if you look at the phone, his name is Samuel on Spotify or like whatever app they use in that world. It's stuff like that I really like doing, and I know some people like gave me like heavy criticism. They're like, "Tough, this is just a way to promote your music, isn't it?" And it's like, yeah, bro, I paid thousands of dollars to promote my
music.
Yeah. Which already, like, it
for
already
like 3
had
seconds. It wasn't even.
It already had like over 500,000 streams. Like, yeah, bro. But yeah, so I wanted to give I just wanted to give him way more personality with the whole music thing, and I was like, since I do so much, like, yeah, I'm gonna incorporate it. It's
yeah.
And he has my voice. Like, it just I thought it was perfect.
Do you think you'll make like dedicated songs for him?
I did one. Have you heard it? Look, I'll link it. It's called "I've Loved You Before." It's in the perspective of Sam. It's on Spotify and on YouTube. I think you'll fuck with it.
Okay.
Wait, I want your reaction.
Okay.
It's
I'll play it on stream too. Oh, not stream, video. Ugh.
Yeah. Tell me when you play so we can click play at the same time, alright?
Okay. Alright, 3.
And this came out with episode 1, but anyway, yeah, do the countdown.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
I came up in the construction industry. So we celebrated the suffering.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I'll wait for you.
And really proud of our tough work. We were also really proud.
Dead or alive, I wish you were mine. It's only right. Just come inside. I'll keep you warm, safe from the storm. I've loved you before. I miss the way that you would tell me that you love me with no issue. And I know you're far away, but I will never ever forget you. Those little details I can't forget. Sleeping in your family's camper van. We were each other's biggest fans. Still can't believe it was better then. Still can't believe it was better than. Dead or alive.
Oh, I put that like some instrumental on this.
Hey, I did the drums. Thank you. And the snaps.
Oh my God, like I do remember hearing this.
Okay.
I fuck with that so hard. It feels like it's so much more emotional than what I've heard from you.
Yeah, well, I do get emotional in my actual music on Spotify and shit like that, but I think it's it dropped like literally the night before 2K Cat's pilot.
Yeah.
The real pilot. This dropped right before it, and yeah, I just wanted to give a little perspective. Like I said, the pilot and like the whole concept is based on me. Like I don't want to say it's a tough self-insert because it's not, but I know what a 19-year-old whose partner went to college feels like. I know exactly. That's why it's easy to write. So that was written in the perspective of Sam. I like that I didn't
come back. Will that camper van come back? There was a reference of a camper
I don't know.
van.
I know, right? Maybe. But like it just gives you like I love that I could do the music as well because it gives you a glimpse of like how they used to act. Like, oh, Paul used to have a camper van, like his family's camper, like stuff like that. So if you really get into it, you get some Easter eggs or some lore.
That was so good. I really like that. It reminds me of like a little bit different of like Alex G kind of vibes.
Oh, thank you,
dude.
Right? Don't you think I'm gonna be like a Markiplier of YouTube, bro? Like I'm gonna be, dude. This is crazy. What am I doing, dude?
Yeah. I really like that. We have one more question, which is you've mentioned BoJack Horseman, but have there been any other inspirations by non-indie creators from Sniff Snaft?
Non-indie creators. There have to have been. I really, really like A24 movies.
Yeah.
I specifically like when I Saw the TV Glow. That one came out after I wrote the scripts though. But I love A24 so much. So I'm gonna guess that that's like a big inspiration that isn't indie. Like that's mainstream as hell. So I don't know how it bleeds into 2Gay Cats though. But I would say like the serious portion, or like for example, me choosing not to have music when they hug, like that's definitely from
you were talking about that.
From A24 type shit where you are in the moment and there's no music. Did you know that no one knew this actually, but the scene where they're at the Catman shop, that was originally gonna have no music at all, but then Dean was like, dude, we need elevator music or something. And so we added it because of him. And it ended up being better than it being all quiet and awkward. Yeah. So, yeah. And he also had the idea. He's like, okay, when the scene transitions, make sure there's like a welcome ding from the door.
Yeah.
So he knows a lot of shit that I don't. And that's why I think we work so well together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
For music-wise, even, like, for this song that you just sent, has there been inspirations?
Yeah. Inspirations for the music or for that specific song?
For the music, but, like, this song specifically.
For that one, it was a week before the episode came out, and I was kind of nervous. So I wanted to calm myself down. I use music as, like, therapeutic, like a therapeutic method. So I was like... I literally looked at, I think, like XXXTentacion type beat or something on YouTube. No drum.
You can hear it a little bit.
Yeah, I know. And then I started singing it. Going in, I went into I named the file like Sam, like or something. Like I was like, what if Sam wrote this? So it was really easy for me to just freestyle that, because it was what I used to feel when I was 19. So the inspiration really was like just being nervous before the episode dropped, and then it was literally last minute. It was so last minute. But I recorded here in my room. Like I don't go to a studio or anything. I do everything here in my room.
Yeah. And it sounds good for your room, like without like soundproofing and stuff like that.
Thank you. I mean, there is soundproofing. Like these blocks you see above the plate, like these blue and black right here. That's all. It's all around my room over here.
Okay. Yeah, the whole wall back there looks like it too. Is that just paint?
Nah, that's just like wallpaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick. Well, that's all the questions I have. I just want to thank you again for like coming on here. It was so much fun, and it was really cool to talk about it because I noticed like there's a lack of two gay cats like conversation, other than like
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's always me on my second channel. Exactly. Like, thank you for giving me a platform to speak about two gay cats that isn't with the chat right here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So thanks.
Yeah, of course. And it's like I'm so excited to see what comes down the line, whether that's like more episodes, more roles for you, and like
more episodes, for sure.
Just all the stuff you're gonna create. It's super exciting. Do you have anything that you want to plug other than like your Patreon, which I'll link?
Okay, yeah. Let's see. What should I plug? I could plug a lot of stuff. Pause, kind of. But I stream on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Tuvington_. There you can see a lot of my personality. Well, you saw, this whole thing was on personality.
Yeah,
but
like you've never seen it before, yeah.
I know, right? But we do viewer stuff, like viewer submissions over on my Twitch. So, for example, I ping everyone and I'm like, okay, everyone submit a picture of your rooms. I'm about to rate them. And I'm also like, everyone give me like a funny one that we did was let me know your biggest hear me out. That was so funny. So literally we like to do viewer submission style videos. So if you want to join that, it's twitch.tv/Tuvington_. And I guess you have to be in the Discord if you want to be tapped in. It's easy. Discord.gg/Tuv.
Yeah.
And the Discord is named Jeff the Killer Fan Club. So don't be confused. Don't think it's like you joined the wrong server. No, you're in the right one.
Yeah, that room video is gonna be awful. That's gonna be disgusting.
It already happened. It's already on my second channel.
Okay.
it was disgusting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. For joining in here. This was awesome.
I agree. Episode 3 is gonna be fire, guys.
Yes. All right.